Welcome to God's Property Podcast, where our property value, baby, it always goes up. Hey y'all, and welcome back to another God's Property Podcast, where our property value, you already know, babe, what? It always goes up. Okay. So yes, we are here. It's been a little while, right? It's been a little bit of a hiatus, but for a good reason. We are actually having a whole bunch of open house guests. So I've been filming with them. And if you're new here, open house guests just mean that we have interviews that come in and sit down, God Property Podcast style. So yeah, we call it open house. They're very real, very raw. So I hope you guys are looking forward to all these people who are coming in. It's crazy. Okay, it is crazy. It is, again, real, raw, uncut. And yeah, we're talking some good stuff. So this whole season is about to blow your mind. But let's finish this series. This is the second series that is called The Blueprint. It is the ultimate floor plan for your life. And this episode is actually called Investors. This episode is very, very serious. And all of our episodes are serious, but this one is particularly serious because anybody or anything that pours into your life can either break you or make you, right? It can either build you up or tear you down. It can propel you forward or it can draw you back. And people who see the calling or see where you're going and want to pour into that or, do some bad business with you is very, 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 very important. One of the things that my husband and I watch all the time, if you're not familiar with the show, it is called Shark Tank. So Shark Tank is basically you come up with some type of invention, something that you go there and you sit in front of a whole bunch of investors. Now, these people are very, very powerful. They have influence in assets and they have access, right? That's a word, but they have assets and see, I can't even say now. Assets and access. And they are able to reach places that you want to go. So you would come in, you sit in front of a group of investors, and they tell you whether or not they think your idea is good. And if they want to get a percentage of your company, and they'll give you like 100,000 or whatever you're asking for a certain percentage of your company. And so we watch that all the time. We think we're going to be on there one day some type of plantain fryer or something other than the dishwasher that wash the dishes, because washing dishes in the dishwasher is still annoying. But yeah, so that show has taught me so much because the power of influence. Some people are really good on TV, right? In the TV sector. Some people are really good in factories, right? But then there's some people who are really good in radio and with so many different avenues and the eras, clothing lines or products or electronics, right? But if you get connected to the wrong investor, you're wasting your time. The wrong shark, you're wasting your time. Because if you now try to put your vision and your hand, your what you have in that investor's hand, and they are not good, and they don't bring you into the place and the realm that you need to be, then you're doing bad business. One of the things that always makes me so scared that when we talk about Joshua and I, that we're going to go on there, is that my feelings be getting hurt sometimes, especially if they really harsh and really mean. And if I go in with my thought, my vision, and you tell me it's trash, I'm gonna be hurt, like very, very hurt. And so a lot of times I see people go in there and some of the sharks, they be like, oh, that's dumb. Like, no, I'm out. Before they even finish their monologue or their proposal, people are like, oh, I don't want that. That's not going to work. 10 other people have that. But sometimes, in some cases, all of the sharks will be out, right? But there's one shark that really believes in the product and the vision that the person presents. And so they make an offer. And it is now then the person who has the invention, their duty to accept the offer or deny it. You need people in your life that believe, right? Believe in your vision. And not only do they believe in it, they're willing to work with you for it. So not only should you be willing to accept good investors in your life, you need to be an investor in somebody else's life, right? You need to believe in somebody else's vision. Everybody shouldn't be a competition. Just because this person is doing this, they went to Egypt and they doing a mission trip, or they went there with their man or their girlfriend. Like, it shouldn't be a competition. Oh, let me sponsor you to go to Egypt to do missionary work. Do you need Bibles? Let me go ahead and give you Bibles. But you want to be a missionary too, right? Or you need to, you don't want to invest because you don't want to see somebody else's vision going forward. No, like, let's be investors as well as invite good investors in our lives. Okay. So the point one that we have, and here at God's Property Podcast, we always take notes. I have my iPad right in front of me because I will ramble. I just have so much to talk about because God is so good. But yeah, you need somebody who will believe in the vision and pour into your life. The only thing you have to be very, very careful of is people who will steal it. Because people are out there that will steal your vision. Okay? And because God has not called them for that sector, that career, that relationship, that country, they will steal it. And God can use multiple people to do multiple things. But I experienced in my life where I had a vision of something that I thought was, and I know for sure it was God given, and it was stolen from me, right? In ways that I didn't even think were possible. I had a dream of something being a sisterhood and all of that. And people that I thought were investors in my life took that from me, right? And it really hurt my feelings. So not only did it expose the people in my life of who was truly an investor in my life, because I was pouring into them, so I thought they may have a different story, but it exposed where my heart was when it came to that specific thing, because I believe it was God given, but because I was so angry at the fact that it was stolen, and yes, it was still successful. Yes, the vision that I had was still successful and it moved forward, but I was so bitter at the fact that I wasn't the person to do it that it bothered me so much. And that's another case in point, that even if somebody steals your vision and they're not a good investor, if they are still able to move forward and make it be something that is great, are you now going to be bitter because it isn't you? Are you now going to hold on to that, or hold a grudge, or hold unforgiveness in your heart because you weren't able to do it? Yes, it's okay to be sad. Yes, it's okay to be angry. But if you truly had a vision for that thing to be better, or to be great, or to be something that helps the community, or if it's even to build up your own financial gain, there's other ways, there's other sectors, there's other things that God will provide. Sometimes we get so angry because we feel like we're the people who put food in our mouth. We're the people that puts a roof over our head. It's God. God provides all those things. And without his grace and his mercy, in conjunction with our work and hard work, then that's the only formula that will get us to where we need to be, So be careful. Be careful of people who will steal your vision that you have over your life, and they come as investors. They want to hear what you're talking about, and oh wow, that's a great idea. and what is this? And how are you going to do this? But then they steal it. So you have to be very, very leery and careful of those people. The last thing I want to talk about is people who don't steal it. They won't steal it, but they won't believe in it either. They'll rebuke your vision. So they're an investor in your life, in some things, but in other things, they're gonna rebuke. So if you say, oh, well, I've been 400 pounds all my life, and I'm just thinking that I wanna be healthier, and I wanna, be more active. If that's what you want to do, that's the vision that you have for your life. And they're like, no, honey, everybody in your family is 600 pounds. You can't do that. No, you were born big boned. You can't lose none of that weight. That's gonna stick on you. You can't. The people who rebuke your vision and don't try to give you good practical information that can better you, because I don't care what nobody say. If you 1,000 pounds, something is off, right? Something is not working right in the sense of you're not feeling and moving as your best self, because our bodies weren't designed to carry 1,000 pounds of weight, right? And so if you have somebody telling you, oh, no, sis, you can't lose that weight. Nuh-uh. What made you think you could be a skinny girl? You a thick girl for life. Or what made you think, sir, that you're going to lose all that baby fat? You're going to be a notorious biggie for the rest of your life. No. Have people around you that will invest and give you real goals, right? Okay, try a pound a week. Not, oh, you're going to lose 20 pounds, because that's fake belief. That's just, no. Right? So you have to have people around you, investors around you, that are not going to rebuke the vision. So you need investors in your life that will believe. They will believe in your vision. Then you also need investors in your life that won't steal your vision. And you also need investors in your life that won't rebuke your vision. Let me know if you have dealt or have been any of these type of investors, and talk to me in the comments. Let me know what you are going to do to be a better investor and pour into the people in your community, and how you would like people in your life to show up for you. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about it. And again, we're back. We're better than ever. Just remember, if nobody has told us today that I love you, and I love you with the love that the Lord gives me, and that love that He gives me, I bestow it onto you. Okay? It's not over until God says that it is over. Follow me on all of my social media platforms. That is at Yaya Existing. That is me. If you haven't seen me already, please go look me up. Try to follow and look for the prayer schedule that we are having. Email me at godspropertypodcast@gmail.com. Get a part of that prayer schedule that we are doing. We're doing big things here, guys. We're doing big things. We are making it big, and we're going farther with Christ. Okay? All right. I'll see you next time. Bye.
This has been another God's Property podcast. Remember, God already paid it all for you when He died on the cross.